I was doing an exercise with a group recently on boundaries, and I had this insight for myself. So I'm sharing it with you in case it's helpful for you as well. I'm Joe Ilfeld, CEO and founder of Insight to Leadership. And in this exercise in boundaries, someone was asking someone else 6 questions, and we had to say yes or no. And, we had to notice our own internal response and what we wanted to say. And what I realized with that is that I am someone who comes to a question that people ask me, and I want to give a yes. I want to be a yes. I want to agree. I want to work with them. I want to make things happen for people. And but sometimes I can't. So I my immediate reaction is sort of yes, how can I make this work? And then sometimes I have to back up into it actually won't work. And, and some of my colleagues doing this exercise, their immediate reaction is no. They're going to put up a boundary. And then if someone pushes or they think about it a lot more, then they might say yes. And it just made me realize that we talk about all different types of diversity and inclusion. And I think this boundaries diversity is one that we don't talk about that much, but it is really there and is real in a work environment, which is that some people, when you ask them to do something, their immediate come from is, yes, I'm going to do that. I'm going to be helpful. And then later on, you might notice they're overwhelmed, they're stressed, they've taken on too much. Meanwhile, there are other people who set really good boundaries and they're thinking, that's not part of my job, or I don't know that I'm realistically going to have time to do this, or I don't see how I could be a value add on this project. And their immediate assumption is going to be no. And it actually might be really irritating to some people in the moment. And then we notice that those people are maintaining their agreements. They're keeping up with the work they say they're going to keep up with. They're always delivering with things on time. And so I don't think one come from or the other is better or worse in a workplace, but I do think it's worth it to understand our colleagues come from. Are they going to be immediate yes? And then we have to be careful. Are we asking them something that they're going to be a yes to, but in reality will maybe add too much to their pile? Or are we asking people who might be in more of an immediate no, and we have to bring them more reasons and logic why they would be the right person for this or why this might be a good opportunity for them? So in other words, we might have to sell it to them a little bit more than the people whose natural come from is yes. Hope you enjoyed this learning snack, and I'd love to hear below, what do you think your natural come from is? And is this something you've always known about yourself? Have a great day.